Hi guys, showed you this bump and go Mini Cooper in one of my charity shop videos. It's in very poor condition, split up there, it's missing one of the lights, and under here it's even worse. That's all broken, that's split, and that's full of hair. So what I'm going to do is see if we can just glue that together with super glue and clear all the hair out and put a battery in it and see if it works. I think this will just unclip. Yeah, okay, well we can see all the hair in it. That shouldn't be too hard to clear out. Let's see if we can get it apart and glue those bits back together. Oh, got a light going up in there, right in the middle. Okay, so from that wire, I would think, oh hang on, we've got a couple of wires there. Where do they go? No, and another one. I think the red one goes up to the motor, that's okay. That's a speaker, isn't that? Right, okay. I think those two wires are speaker wires then. That green wire is hanging loose, that should be on the on-off switch. We've actually got a transistor there. And a little circuit board, which I would think, well, obviously it's got to have a sound chip in it. There's a bit more to this than I expected. Sound chip and probably something to flash the light. But all those wires are hanging loose and I don't know what the chances are of connecting back onto here. I don't see anything that we can connect to. 8 ohm, 0.25 watt. Ah, alright. Falling apart in my hands. Oh, there's the... Right. Oh, well that's not going to work, is it? That's the two wires. That should be in there, and then the rest of that, if it was there, would hold that in the right position to work as a speaker. So that's not going to work, that one. And the speaker would have sat in there with a few more bits and pieces. Okay, I wonder if I can find a little speaker, just so we can hear what noise it should be making. 8 ohms, 0.25 watts. I've super glued the broken bits back together. I've just opened the battery compartment and that is actually nice and clean. There's no corrosion or anything there. So I should be able to put some batteries in there with no trouble. Well, that's the hair. I've cleaned off the back axle. Well, actually it's not the back axle, it's the front axle, it's the drive. Anyway, that's the hair cleared off. So that just pops back in there. And that bit clips over the top. Don't know if there's a front and back way. No, I don't think so. I think that works either way. Right. Well, being as most of the wires have already fallen off, I guess we could just take this apart and have a look at the gearbox and motor. Got a lot of pillars and posts there. It's very cheap, brittle plastic that it's put together with. I'll have to get the soldering iron out in a minute. Oh, how annoying, some of them are different sizes. Oh, that's the complete mechanism come out. I think that was the longer screws, and then the shorter screws are the ones that hold the gearbox assembly in place. Okay, so we've got the motor with a worm gear on it, which would sit there. That drives that gear, then the smaller gear drives that gear. And that's the one, depending on how the car is going, either drives the wheels so they both go forwards. Oh, I can't drive it with that there. Let's take that off. Okay. So there we are. That's turning, that makes the wheels turn. But if it bumps into something and it can't go forwards, what it does is it turns around that way and goes off in another direction. So forwards and backwards. All this time I'm turning the gear in the same direction. So depending on how this unit has spun round, the car will either go forwards or backwards, or to one side or the other, however it feels. And there's no great lumps of hair in here. So I should be able to just get it back together. Right way up would help. I was wrong, it's the longer screws that are holding the gearbox together. And that red wire is going to have to go onto there. Got some old speakers here recovered from various things. That one looks about the same size, got nothing written on it. Could fit. playing music. So, the thing that hasn't worked is that little light. I'll go and see if I've got any sort of bulb that will replace that. It's not an LED, it's a like one of those Christmas lights, and I've got some of them. Right, I've replaced that bulb with one from one of my broken Christmas light sets. I've had to resolder most of the wires a second time because they were falling off, all the original solder, or at least all the original wires seem to have corroded where they've been soldered. So, pop together, well, as far as the soldering is concerned. So with a flashing light. And music. Right, so I'll put the top back on. I might just pop a little bit of hot glue in there to hold that speaker in place because the original bit of plastic is broken. I've just hot glued the circuit board into position there. A bit of hot glue to hold the speaker in place, and a bit of hot glue up there to hold the light in place. Right, I'll put the screws back in and we'll try it. Test run time. Gonna regret fixing that sound effect, aren't I? Right, okay. Oh, you were going forwards just now. Well, it works. I'm quite pleased with myself. I may not be so pleased with the sound, the singing, but it's working. Well, it was. It's just got itself into a loop there, hasn't it? Yeah, that'll do. I don't think I can put up with that noise any longer. Cool, picking up some dust off my floor. I have to clean it again. Still, it works. So I'm pleased with myself. Just a quick summary, every single wire fell off from the circuit board and that eventually, so I had to resolder everything. Cleaned it out, cleaned all the hair out of the gears and that, replaced the little light that was inside there. Oh, and I had to replace the speaker as well, didn't I, because the speaker was broken. So quite a lot of work in there to get it back to a working condition. Still missing a headlight. That's only a cheap toy, isn't it? It's only fun. It's not going to win any prizes, but it was interesting taking it apart, looking at the gearbox and the drive mechanism, and working out how to put the speaker and the light back in there. Job done.
Hey, thanks for watching. There's plenty of videos on my main channel with more added daily, so don't forget to subscribe and enable the notifications to keep you up to date with my new releases. You can help keep my channel running by donating $1 on Patreon to buy me coffee. You can always find more information in the video description. Thanks again for watching.